Are we live? Are we live? It's working? I think it is. Okay. Guys. Hello? Hello? Marshon Lattimore. Marshon Lattimore. Can you hear me? I think you can hear me, probably. Marshon Lattimore is a Washington. Let me put the thumbnail on this real quick. Marshon Lattimore is a Washington Commander. Where'd I put it? Hold on. What do we got? First reaction, guys. How are we feeling? First reaction. I'm feeling pretty good. Right now. The Commanders just landed the top. Why is this thing not? Oh, I forgot to even upload it. Okay. The Washington Commanders got the top Saints fleece. Shut up, man. Shut up. The Commanders got the top cornerback available this trade deadline. It was without a doubt. It was Marshon Lattimore. There was no other. All right, we got this up. There was no other guy. I mean, DJ Reed potentially was going to be a guy that people were available for, but man, yeah, this is massive for the Washington Commanders. I was stunned going into today. I thought, hey, 50-50 chance Adam Peters makes a move, 50-50 he doesn't, right? So, I mean, Emanuel Forbes is available. Okay, Emanuel Forbes is technically available, so I guess if you want to put him in a conversation too. But going into today, it was like a 50-50 shot, in my opinion. Adam Peters was going to make a trade. And he ends up making the trade. And I think I put out a tweet earlier today asking people, does Adam Peters make a trade? And most of the responses were actually no. Most people thought, like, hey, today wasn't going to be a big day for the Commanders. But, hey, I did not expect this. I'll say I think there was more of a chance Washington didn't trade today than they were going to. But, man, in case you missed it, which you probably didn't, but let me go over it one more time. The Washington Commanders have landed Marshon Lattimore, the 4-time Pro Bowler for the New Orleans Saints, at corner, along with a 5th-round pick. The Saints, in return, are getting a 3rd, a 4th, and a 6th. The 3rd-round pick, I believe, is Washington's. It's not Miami's, so it's not the one that Washington got in the Jahan Dotson trade. So, I mean, hey, man, Adam Peters, bro. Adam Peters. Just saying. That guy is, he's pretty good. He's pretty good at his job. Now, I will say it's a win-win trade for both sides, right? Because, look, the Saints got a ton of capital for Marshon Lattimore. So, like, look, what was it? Three picks at the end of the day, a 3rd, a 4th, and a 6th for a guy who doesn't have any more guaranteed money on his contract after this season. So that's going to be something Washington's going to need to keep an eye on, and Adam Peters will be able to keep an eye on, because next year and the following year, you're going to need to have to restructure Lattimore's contract to add more guaranteed money for him to be honest. So he's basically a free agent, but Washington will have the edge this upcoming offseason. For the Saints as well, I mean, look, they fired their head coach yesterday, right? I mean, it's a move that they had to make, and a move that most likely was going to happen. I'm excited for Mickey Loomis, letting Marshon Lattimore go free from New Orleans. And man, just this season overall, guys, this season overall has been something else. I mean, 7-2 were buyers at the trade deadline. I mean, when was the last time this happened? So you love to see it from Peters actually making moves, being aggressive. We didn't see it with Ron Rivera last year. And then really in the last 4 years, he was never really aggressive at the deadline. Last year, when I went live, Chase Young was getting traded and Montez Sweat was getting traded. So last year we were sellers, and within one offseason, Adam Peters has turned us into a NFC juggernaut. Cool. I mean, this is going to be a pretty good game this upcoming Sunday for the Steelers, who now have Mike Williams at wide receiver. So Mike Williams is going to be going up against Marshon Lattimore, 2 guys who just got traded today. So the Steelers land their wide receiver. That'll be pretty interesting as well. So yeah, Lattimore. What are your guys' thoughts, guys? Because I'm very happy for in this trade. I was Adam Peters for president. Yeah, I'm very happy what went down here today, and very happy to see our team actually being aggressive. When was the last time like we actually had an aggressive GM? Because it's been quite some time. It's been quite some time. I'll say that. So I mean, you love to see it. You love to see it. It's been a pretty crazy day. I'm still going to be going live at 3 p.m. as well. This is probably just going to be like 20 or so minutes, and then I'll go live at 3 p.m. to break down the other trades because I kind of just want to talk about the rest of them later on. So William Herman will be on for that later on. But yeah, guys, it's been a pretty crazy day. I did not expect Marshon Lattimore on the Commanders. I mean, let's talk about Adam Peters against Brett Veach, guys. The Commanders and the Chiefs going at it, and the Commanders coming out on top. Look at that. Look at our guy, our rookie GM, Adam Peters, getting it done over one of the best GMs in the league right now, Brett Veach. I mean, it's been and one of the most active GMs as well this trade deadline, Brett Veach, because of course he's traded for DeAndre Hopkins. It also seems like he's still looking for more guys as well. So it's been awesome to see. Some other things. I mean, like the status of Emanuel Forbes. I would not expect Emanuel Forbes to be on this team on Sunday. I mean, he's clearly been out of the rotation the last few weeks. I mean, didn't even play at all on Sunday against the New York Giants. So, would have crashed. Yeah, exactly. If the Chiefs got Marshon Lattimore, it was over. It was over. But why even play the games, really? But no, Washington getting Marshon Lattimore kind of already puts a guy like Emanuel Forbes out of the rotation if he wasn't already. Because guys, Forbes, look, he didn't play last week. He's really played. Let me search it up. I believe he's only played like 20 snaps in the last month and a half, I believe, something crazy like that. He's really been out of the rotation. And unless I tweeted this as well earlier, but unless either him or where can I see the week by week? He did not play in week 9. He played 6 snaps in week 8, 29 snaps in week 7. I believe one of our corners was hurt that week. So that's why he played a little bit more. 4 snaps in week 5, didn't play in week 6. I mean, guys, this guy's out of the rotation. I think if I had to take a guess, I mean, of course, Washington is trying to trade him. We've seen reports of that already. But if he's not traded by the deadline, I think he's gone, guys. I think we're just going to cut him and bite the bullet, put him on waivers. So we'll have to wait and see actually what happens. But yeah, the Emanuel Forbes era in Washington seems like it's coming to an end because this trade kind of puts it over the top. Marshon Lattimore, the 4-time. Let me read you guys some stats. First off, he's the least targeted corner in man coverage so far this season. That is insane. 3 hours left. Anything can happen. I agree. It's like, look, Washington may or may not be done. 2.5 hours left technically, but Washington may or may not be done. Marshon's coming off of a rough game. It looks like in week 8. Of course, did not play last week with that hamstring injury. Seems like he got hurt in week 8 as well. But the guy, I mean, look, this season, I can't drag. Okay. 25 tackles this season, only targeted 14 times this season, guys. Marshon Lattimore has only been targeted 14 times. He's allowed 8 catches for 83 yards all season. No one targets this guy. He's only 28 years old. And I mentioned it earlier, but if you're just joining in now, there are 2 years left on his contract. I don't believe there's any guaranteed money on either of those, so Washington would have to restructure in order to keep him around for multiple years because, of course, he would want more guaranteed money on his contract. Let me double check his contract. But, yeah, he signed a 5-year, $97 million deal quite some time ago. And now is, he got 2 years left on it, and both of them, there's not any guaranteed money. So Washington would have to restructure, add more guaranteed money. But right now, the Saints are paying the entirety of his contract, really. So Washington is only paying minimum value for this season, which is massive as well because the Commanders, who already have a ton of cap space, I believe they could have I believe they could have taken on some of his contract and still have been fine, still have been under the cap. But I mean, somehow, some way, you know, Adam Peters worked some magic, and the Saints are paying a majority of it. So it's very good trade from Adam Peters. Now, I know I was freaking out originally saying, oh, fleece, whatever. I think it is a good trade for both sides at the end of the day, because the Commanders get a 5th along with Lattimore. So basically, the Saints move up early on in day 3 from a 5th to a 4th. And then the Saints get a 3rd as well with a 4th. Let me see, and nothing else happening. Aaron Rodgers reacts in real time to the Mike Williams trade. Oh, okay. That'll be interesting to watch later. But yeah, no, it's been a pretty chaotic day. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Last night I was sleeping, right? Last night, and like multiple times, I think it happened twice. I was dreaming, and like today, just Adam Peters did nothing. Like, this is not a joke, guys. I was dreaming about the trade deadline and like Adam Peters and like what he was gonna do, and Adam Peters just did nothing, and like I just had nothing to talk about, you know, during the live today. So I mean, I guess I was kind of scared of that happening, but no, this man Adam Peters, he woke up with a mission, and he delivered on that mission, and he brought Marshon Lattimore to Washington. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts? What is left in our draft picks? Let me search that up. I believe future draft picks. I mean, Washington only lost 2 selections in this trade. They only lost 2 selections. All right. They got their 1st round pick. They have their 2nd round pick. And they have they're giving up their own 3rd round pick, I believe, to the Saints. I want to say. Oh, it's not updated. Hold on. I believe Tankathon's updated. I mean, Washington only lost 2 picks. Exactly. Only the 4th and the 3rd. Like, and the 4th, we just moved back probably about 15 spots, really, at the end of the day, because the Saints pick is going to be pretty high. Our pick is going like high up in the 5th round, and then our 4th is going to be like pretty low in the 4th round. To add on some compensation picks or compensatory picks, and it'll probably be about 15, 20, I would say, spots. But I mean, it's pretty close. All right, let's see. So Washington, right? You got this year, 2025. Okay, so it's just this year and 2025. But next year, he doesn't have any guaranteed money, I believe, which is something. Which you're probably going to have to give him some, I would say. I'm trying to look. Yeah, I don't think he has any guaranteed money. So, I mean, it's kind of, contracts are confusing, guys. Contracts are confusing. I'm trying to figure this out. But they're giving up a 3rd for Jahan from Philly. I believe it's the Commanders' own. So it's not even the one that we got in the Jahan Dotson trade, unless someone said that and I just didn't see. I believe it's the Commanders' own pick, which is a lot better than the one the Commanders got in the Jahan Dotson trade, because it's what, like the Dolphins pick or something, the best of Dolphins and Jets. Dolphins. Why I say Jets? Dolphins and Eagles. So I mean, yeah, I mean, like, it's whatever. Forward, did this update? No. Okay, so none of the sites are really updated yet, but I believe right now this is where Washington stands. The 29th pick in the draft, that's the 1st round pick. The 62nd pick in the draft, which is the 2nd round pick. The 72nd pick in the draft, which is the 3rd round pick from Miami. They're going to be giving the 93rd pick to New Orleans. That's Washington's own 3rd round pick. In the 4th round, they're going to be giving the 131st pick to New Orleans. They will be acquiring the 144th pick from New Orleans. So they only dropped down 13 spots, and that's not including the compensatory. Oh, no, that is including the compensatory. So Washington's only going to drop 13 spots as of now, from 131 to 144 in that 4th, 5th round. Then they have they don't have their own 5th round pick, because that goes to Philly. So then they'll have a 6. They'll have they won't have the 6, because they're giving the 6 back to New Orleans. So they're giving 181 back. but they still have 206. And then in the 7th, they have 3 right now. 3 picks, I believe, or 2 picks. 237 and 241, because their own goes to a team that I can't. Where does their own go? Their own goes to Pittsburgh in the William Jackson trade, I believe. So that is something I mentioned on Twitter as well. What's happening with Azeez Ojulari? Teams are still trying to see what the Giants are going to do with Azeez Ojulari. New York is looking for a high 5 pick or late 4th rounder. A late 4th rounder or a high 5th round pick for Azeez Ojulari? Hold on. Does I was just talking about Washington having a high 5th rounder now. I mean, they also had a low 4th, but they also have a high 5th rounder. Just saying. Bring in some pass rush. I don't think we need really any pass rush. It'd be kind of a premium, but they do have what it takes apparently to get Azeez Ojulari if they want to. But yeah, it is Washington's own 3rd rounder, and then the 6th rounder is the one they gave up. Oh, the one they got for John Ridgeway. So it's basically Jahan Dotson and John Ridgeway. Not even Jahan Dotson really, because it's a lower 3rd round pick than what the one we got back for Jahan Dotson is. So it's I'm just going to say Jahan Dotson and John Ridgeway in a 4th round pick for Marshon Lattimore, really. But, not really at the same time, too. So, I mean, yeah, that is it. Any other questions or concerns about the Commanders trade deadline? Now, again, I'll be going live at 3 p.m., so in an hour again, to break down kind of all of the other trades, because I kind of want to talk about all of the other ones. So, because there's so many, and, I like the NFL. I don't just like the Commanders. So we're going to be talking about all the other ones with William Herman later on. Yeah. So the worst part about this trade is we may have seen the last game of the Evans-Lattimore rivalry. Maybe in the wild card game, I guess. Commanders-Bucks rematch in the wild card game. I'd be so down for that. Plus you have you have Marshon Lattimore again against Mike Evans. That'd be fun. Gonna try to add a receiver. I think if I'm them, I just leave it. So I just leave the receiver position alone if I'm the Washington Commanders, because I like what they have right now. They got Terry, of course, who again has really shown out to be a wide receiver 1 in the league. Noah Brown has been great for us. He was a great picked him up, I believe, a couple days before the season started. So he's been great for Washington. Plus, Olamide Zaccheaus is a good slot guy. And Luke McCaffrey has been open every game. He just never gets the ball. So I'm looking forward to the Luke McCaffrey breakout game against the Steelers. So that's what I'm looking forward to. When he goes for 5 catches, 110 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's going to be fun. Or 7 catches, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. That'll be fun. So, yeah, it is. It's going to. Washington. Does Washington play New Orleans? They do, I think, at some point this season. When do they play the Saints? Marshon Lattimore is going to be playing the Saints, returning to New Orleans December 15th. December 15th, 1 p.m. Marshon Lattimore returns to play his former team. That'll be a fun one. That'll be a fun one for him. But yeah, no, guys, thank you guys for tuning in so far. We're at 600 viewers. That's crazy. But yeah, so this is a pretty big day for the Washington Commanders. Another big time move from Adam Peters. The guy has not missed so far, from bringing in a little bit of controversial guys like Austin Eckler and Dante Fowler. Not 2 touchdowns. I'm really surprised because we always allow breakout games to receiver, but we'll lock up Trey for most. Yeah. No, I mean, Joey Porter and whoever the other corner is for the Steelers. I haven't done research on them yet, but whoever the other corner is, they're going to lock up Terry, and then Luke's going to go for 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, yeah, but no, Adam Peters so far has made a lot of questionable signings, bringing in Austin Eckler. A lot of people thought he was washed. He brought in Dante Fowler, who not many people really believed in. Now he's going to break out and be a Pro Bowler this year. he brought in Frankie Louvu. That one wasn't really Dante Jackson's other guy. Frankie Louvu wasn't really controversial. A lot of people liked that signing, but Bobby Wagner. Some people thought he was washed, too old, right? 1-year deal. He's been amazing for Washington, kind of just leading this defense. It's more than just his play by bringing in a guy like Bobby Wagner. Now you bring in Marshon Lattimore, who PFF Washington just tweeted 35.1% open target rate allowed since 2021. That's the 5th best among cornerbacks. Guys, this guy's good. This guy is pretty good at football, in case you didn't know. This guy is he's pretty good. So, look, it is awesome to see. Hopefully we can lock up Marshon Lattimore long term for a couple extra years. He's under contract again this year and next year. But beyond that, I think that's going to kind of wrap this one up. I'll be going live in like 1 hour and 15 minutes, 3 p.m. Be there right here on the Twitter or on the YouTube channel. I'm live on both. So I'll be here with William Herman breaking down kind of all the other trades. Plus, if Washington makes another move, if Washington makes another move, we'll be breaking that one down as well. So that'll be pretty fun. Guys, this was fun, guys. Everyone tuned in. Thank you all for tuning into this one. It was pretty cool to see my team actually get involved at the trade deadline and actually do something good at the trade deadline. And like good, they actually acquired someone that's very good. So it's awesome to see. But yeah, that'll do it for this live. Again, I'll be live in 1 hour and 15 minutes. See you guys at 3 p.m. Bye.